Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Selenia for those who don't know, and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, doing a full face of makeup. So you'll see how I started from the beginning to getting this look. It's a nice bronzy, simple, easy look, I guess you can say, with pretty affordable products. So I really hope that you guys enjoy. Please stay tuned and let's get into the video. Alright, so to start out, I like to moisturize my face. If you guys watched my last video, you know what I like to use to moisturize my face. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check that one out. But after I moisturize my face to make sure it's nice and not dry, because nobody needs a dry base for your makeup, I then like to use my Photo Finish primer. I have a nice trial size because my friend decided to get me one because I've been trying to think of a new primer to get. And this is the one that she thought would be the best. Of course, it's a little bit of expensive. If I don't use this one, then I like to use the Maybelline one. But for now, this will do. I like to let that sit for a little bit before I put on any new makeup. So sorry for the mirrored bee in the frame. However, I need it so I can do what I need to do. So next up are my eyebrows. I have nice thick eyebrows, which is good. I'm looking at them and it doesn't seem like I need to pluck them that much. I probably won't do anything today, but I like to use my Anastasia brow definer for my eyebrows. I really only use the spoolie because I like this thick spoolie. I don't have any more of the product on this side. So I just like to make my eyebrows go all the way up. I like fluffy brows for one, but this also helps me put on the product as well. So boom. And then I'm going to use my CoverGirl, what is this called? Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown, which is 710. So what I do with this is I pull it up and I just trace my eyebrows. Okay, so this part takes me a while, so yeah, I'll just come back when I finish because it takes me a long time. Next up, I'm going to conceal underneath my eyebrows. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Cameo Concealer, which has a satin finish in the shade Light Sand. So I know this looks super duper pasty because it is, but I like to conceal my eyebrows like that. So I put a little bit on my hand. I'm also using this Wet n Wild concealer brush that you can get at like Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to carve out my eye. And eyebrows, they take me longest because if your eyebrows aren't good, it does not matter what the rest of your face looks like. Okay, so you can see there's that one. Okay, looking crazy. But once I blend it out, you'll see what I'm trying to do. So now I'm going to get my beauty blender that is dry, so I'll be back. Once my beauty blender or egg, whatever you want to call it, is wet, I like a moist beauty blender, I just go underneath my eye and just blend it out. Because you want no harsh lines showing that you actually tried for your eyebrows. And you're able to look in your mirror and see where you need to improve and where you don't. See, that one, nice and blended. This one, we need some help. You can also pat the excess on your eyelids because we are going to be just doing a little some to the eyes. Boom. And you're going to see like a cast up here, but once I put foundation on, perfect. Once you have your eyebrows like this, or however you want them, because it's super subjective of to however you want them. Next is foundation. So I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Essential Foundation brush, and I have the shades 210 in my Maybelline Fit Me. I like the Dewy, and I also have 235, and I have 310. So due to it being summertime and my skin going fluctuating up, down, light, dark, I like to use all of them. So I use a little bit of each because I feel like that's a good blend for my skin. So I like to start out with putting 210 on my hand, just a little bit. And just putting that on my face. And I like to do a little bit underneath my chin. Okay, boom, 210, done. Look very, 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 very scary. 235, put a little on there and go over. I realize blending the two seems to work the best for me, but that's just me. I also feel like foundation shades are very hard sometimes to figure out because some oxidize, some don't oxidize. So you just blend it out with your beauty blender. And getting all those creases, which mine are especially around the nose. Now I'm going to move on 310 just because it is a little bit too light, just a smidget. Like I'm sure, ooh. Yeah, we're gonna add some 310. I don't know if it's the lights that are around me or what, but all I know is the finishing product, it looks good. The beginning always looks scary. Let me do some magic here. Same brush. All right, so much better. Now let's not look one-dimensional. I realized that I think this lighting's better, just this one light, so we're gonna go like this. Sorry for however it looked before, but I'm not doing that over. So once you look, you just make sure that everything's blended out nice and smooth and even, because now you're going to be building on top of it. And I'm going to be concealing using the e.l.f. concealer again, but this is the 16-hour Cameo concealer, which I really, really like. And I got this in the shade Medium Sand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put it underneath my eyes, as such. And do the same thing over here. Just to brighten up the face a little bit. And then chin, forehead, and nose. And then I also like to put a little bit around my mouth. So it looks like this. To blend that out, I'm gonna first start with my chin just because it's the closest. And under here. And forehead. Last but not least. Now I look a little ghosty, but wait till I fix it. We're going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder, the loose finishing powder. I have the shade 20, which is light medium. So what I do is, you just make sure you have some on top, which I do. I use the same thing that I just used previously, and I just push in the powder, and I go over all the spots that I just concealed. Boom. So I just let that sit there for a couple seconds. I don't bake, I just let it sit there until I get to my next product, which is the original Forma Coty, I think that's how you say it, Airspun Loose Face Powder. I got it in translucent. And this time what I do is I use this powder sponge that comes with it. And I make sure it comes out and I just go over the same spots. Okay, so now I look like a powdered donut. I let that sit for a little bit and then I will wipe it off with this Eco Tool. It's called a multitasking powder brush. And I'll wipe it off using this. Next up, once I make sure that my face is all powdered up, I like to put a little bit of concealer or contour, I guess you can say. I use another e.l.f. concealer because they are affordable and they work good. You can use them for concealer, contour, all that type of stuff. I got the 16-hour Cameo Concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go alongside the perimeter of my face. So first I start with my cheek. Okay. And then I go underneath my chin. Then I do my forehead. And then I like to do my nose, but I like to be very thin with my nose. And I'm going to blend all of this out. And over here. Next up, I like to use a bronzer. So I like to use my Makeup Revolution London bronzer in the color 2, Warm. So I got this a long time ago, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. And it's not broken. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to use this double-ended brush that I have. I use my blush on this side, as you can tell. But I like to use this contour end of this brush. And I put a little on my brush. And I go over the same areas that we just contoured. And I like to use this brush, which is a deluxe concealer brush, but I use it for contour on my nose. And I also like to use a little on my lid. Whew. So now I blend this out. Using that same sponge, going right in between the two areas that we bronzed and contoured, just so you can see a difference. Liking it already. Next up is blush, and I like to use my NARS Orgasm blush. I use the same different side of the contour brush, and I just put it on my cheeks. Do a little smile. Same thing over here. And I kind of like a lot. So like my cheeks to look nice and rosy, and I do a little on my nose, just to give her some color. You see? Yeah, right here. What do I do next? Oh! Next, I like to use my Mario Badescu skincare, and I like to spritz my face because I did just put a lot of makeup on, and I like it to kind of help set it just a little bit. So here we go. Cool, and I'll let that dry. Next up, I like to do my eyes before I do my highlighter and my lashes and stuff. This Maybelline Soda Pop collection, and to keep it nice and simple because I already added some contour on my eyes, I'm going to use the shade Ginger Ale, which is right here. And I'm just going to use my finger and put this on my lid. And then I'll use the same brush that I use for my concealer just to go above it. Finally, I like to use this Makeup Revolution Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold palette. And I will use this brush. I don't know, I think I got this in an Ipsy package or something. But here's what the palette looks like. As you can tell, the two colors that I use are here because all of the pigment is falling out. But I don't know if they have the colors on here. I don't know if they have the colors, but I like to use this one and this one. This one I use close to the corner of my eye, and this I use to the outer edge of my eye. So on one side of the brush, I use that. And I pack that in there. Same thing over here, because we want eyes to match. Boom. I also like to do my inner corner of my eyes, so I like to use this Makeup Revolution strobe highlighter, and this is in the shade Gold Attic. This is my all-time favorite highlighter ever. Been using it forever. You can see the pan is there, but there's still some on here, and I think this is like my 5th one. But I also use this Wet n Wild brush. It's just like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. Get a little bit, and you just put in your inner corner. And same over here. So I guess you can say this is very goldeny, bronzy look, because that's what it looks like. Especially it's a good summertime one. And now I'm putting on highlighter, just putting it on my cheekbone. Same thing over here. I like a lot. I know like the new trend is like not a lot, but listen, that's what I like. So put on my nose just like I did my blush. Pull down on the nose. More on the little cheek area. A little on the cupid bow. And the forehead. I like to look glowy. And then I use my other highlighter, which is another Makeup Revolution. It's Vivid Baked Highlighter, and it's in the shade Radiant Lights. And this just helps me break up all the gold to give it some dimension, so you shine with both. Boom. So since I'm almost done, I just have to do my lashes and my lips. Before I put on lashes, I like to put on mascara, which I use this Essence/Princess. It says it gives a false lash effect mascara. So right now I have little boy lashes. Or I guess you can't even say boy lashes, because boys have longer eyelashes than girls a lot of the time. So whatever. I have little eyelashes right now, but they'll grow when I put this on. So I coat it on the top, just looking up. And sometimes you get a little bit of mascara like me on the top of my eyeshadow that I just worked on, but we can blend it out once it dries off. So as you can see, one eyelash, no eyelash. One eyelash, no eyelash. Now I have both. I almost forgot. I like to put highlighter on my brow bone. So I use that same fluffy brush that I was using for my inner corner, and I just put it underneath like the tail of my brow. And let's pop on some lashes. I'm not gonna show you guys how I do them because it takes me a while. So next clip, boom, you're gonna see some lashes. Okay, now we are almost done, and I'm going to spray my face one last time. All right, and on to lips. So what I like to do is use a little bit of like my Vaseline or whatever type of lip product you like to use. But first, before I do that, I like to get a paper towel that I've been using to wipe off some of my product and go over your lips. Lip product on, not too much, otherwise your liner won't really stay on. I'm gonna do kind of like a nude lip instead of like a bold lip that I sometimes do. So I'm going to use this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the color London. All right, that's too subtle for me. So I'm gonna go a little bit darker, and I'm gonna use the NYX Lip Pencil in the shade Nutmeg. I want it to look like I do a little something. Once I have that, which you can see I lined them, whoa, it looks pretty good. I like to go into the corners and smudge it a bit. Then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. lipstick in the color Seriously Satin. Is that the color? No. Cream, it's just called Cream. So I'm just gonna go through this. I think this was like $2. So I'm gonna go in the middle of my lip and just smudge it together. Give a nice little ombre with it. Cute. And then I do a lot of stuff for my lips. Then I like to use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie, and I go over the middle again like I just did with the thing. And then let me show you the final product. Okay, so here is the final look. Let me zoom in so you can see all my work. Okay, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this nice bronzy, pretty affordable look. Let me know down below what you guys thought, anything that you liked, any other ideas that you guys want to see, any videos. I'm on my 4th video now and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So I really hope you guys stay tuned and to follow me on my journey. Also let your friends know to like and subscribe because that would be great. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Be on the lookout for my next video. So bye, beautiful.